Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of UBTV News Magazine. Coming to you from the University of the Bahamas campus, I'm Berthany McDermott.
And I'm your host, Anisha Jones. Our program has campus news, local news, health, business, entertainment, and much, much more.
Our first story is in campus news. Staff and students came out to help clean up and paint our school's grounds. Farah Johnson has this story.
The University of the Bahamas held its first Beautification Day, where faculty and students of the institution volunteered their time to enhance the physical environment around the campus. Digging, potting, and planting were some of the tasks administered by volunteers eager to get their hands dirty for a good cause.
I run to come do this kind of work because why? This is the kind of work I do. I'm from Andres and I'm an agriculture. I do farming.
Shovels, pickaxes, and garden soil were put to good use as they facilitated efforts to plant trees to aid in the beautification efforts on campus.
It's such a joy for everyone to come together because we could commit for one goal in the beautification of UB.
Other students were eager to offer their services freely to encourage UB pride.
We're out here helping with the Campus Beautification Day as a part of UB and the President's Office. Right now, what I've done for the day is that I've helped painted the garbage bins to our school color to show UB pride. Go UB.
The event revolved around the timely global call for conservation and preservation.
It's very important to stay green, clean, and reduce, recycle, and reduce because, as you know, we're living in a world with a major production is actually junk and trash. And if we can reduce those trash, it would make our environment much cleaner and it would have a great environmental impact on how we live.
The University of the Bahamas' Beautification Project is a constructive initiative with the ambition of enhancing the nature's environment for the years to come. I'm Farah Johnson, UBTV.
Going to college is more than just studying and going to classes. It's a time when many make lifelong friendships.
There are many ways of making new friends while on campus. To help navigate this, the university held Club Showcase. We sent Amy Ferguson to check out the many options.
We are here at the University of the Bahamas Annual Club Showcase, where each club is out in full force. Let's take a look.
Freshmen, sophomores, and seniors from various majors came together to educate each other, as well as learn more about the different clubs and non-profit organizations that are on campus.
Our club is about community service, networking, professional development, and I think it's a club that everyone would like to join.
Students were fed and encouraged to come out and support the event.
What this is all about, this is showcasing the out-of-classroom experience, the extracurricular opportunities for students here at the university. Today we have over 40 student organizations participating. They're meeting with current members of their organizations. They are interacting with prospective members and they're letting them know how they can become a part of their organization.
And who can forget the dynamic performance by the University of the Bahamas Elite Dance Group.
The club showcase is now wrapping up, and students are headed back to their classes. What a day filled with excitement. I'm Amy Ferguson, reporting for UBTV.
In local news, Bahamians love great food and enjoy trying new dishes.
And they had a chance to do both at this year's food festival. Our reporter Leandra Roll has the dish on the dishes.
The International Food Fest kicked off its 22nd annual festival at the Botanical Gardens, where persons from all walks of life gathered to be treated to a day filled with fun. With over 100 booths, the two-day event celebrates both local and international cultures by featuring unique foods and crafts from countries all across the world. And while some vendors might have participated for the first time this year, others have been doing so for years and shared why.
I want to share my culture to the world because it's an event where all cultures come together and you get to know what other people like, what their culture is like, and you can learn from it.
I like the multicultures. I love everybody, the music, the food. I love pleasing people with our product. I like seeing other people be getting pleased with other people's product. Just the whole event. It's just a wonderful time. Wonderful time.
Meanwhile, for festival goers, Food Fest not only consisted of tasting good food and drinks, but also included other fun activities. Young attendees jumped around in the bouncing castle, while older ones danced along to the music with friends. But this particular festival goer shared what he liked most of all.
So far, I love the experience. I love looking at the different people coming together in one place and different food. It's a good experience for me.
That's it for us here at the 22nd Annual International Culture, Wine and Food Festival. My name is Leandra Roll, reporting for UBTV.
In other local news, the first Bahamas Fashion Week was held at the Malaya Nassau Beach Hotel and Resort.
Hundreds of people came out for this 3-day event. We heard it was a huge success. We have team coverage of Bahamas Fashion Week.
We are here at Malaya Nassau Beach Hotel for the first night of Bahamas Fashion Week. Lights, camera, fashion. The first ever Bahamas Fashion Week kicked off at the Malaya Nassau Beach Hotel, where guests explored through the resort viewing the art and cultural village. One of the staples of the event was the Diamond International Crown of Light Fashion Museum, where proceeds from the event would go to the Cancer Society of the Bahamas. The night was filled with fashion, arts, and culture and included a panel discussion from Bahamian designers. Later on in the night, guests had the opportunity to buy and view handmade jewelry and straw artifacts. Following, junior designers showcased their designs and wowed the crowd, only to be followed by the fashion event, only to be followed by the big fashion show, where models strutted down the runway wearing one-of-a-kind Bahamian designs. Bahamas Fashion Week provided a stage for local art and exposing local artists to the big fashion stage. Guests were thoroughly impressed and wanted to see more events just like Fashion Week.
I would like to see the show return. I would like to see it return because it gives so many Bahamian designers an opportunity to showcase their work, to showcase their talent, and that's something I'm always supportive of.
And it takes us to another dimension in the world, and fashion is also an aspect of entertainment, which is, you know, one of my love. Young people doing something positive, and I was very impressed with the craftsmanship, the choices that they would have made, the professionalism, and most of all the support that the young persons would have received from all of the organizations, the ministry, and the public at large. So it was very interesting and successful.
And that wraps up the first night for Bahamas Fashion Week. Here's more with Kenton Hepburn.
Well, Lauren, excitement continues to fill the air as the second night of the 3-day event begins.
Models, fashion designers, and artists blaze across the runway with talent for Bahamas Fashion Week. Founder Joe Stubbs said he decided to start the event to give persons an opportunity to contribute to the Bahamas and international fashion industry.
In all honesty, understanding that every country has its own fashion week, so it was a no-brainer to start it. And many times our Bahamian designers run to other countries to showcase, and it's about time that we bring designers to our own backyard.
Stubbs also shares that the event took a tremendous amount of work and dedication to ensure its success.
Months. The team started meeting actually in March of this year. And from March to now, we've met every Sunday for hours, planning, working on sponsorships, meeting with partners, meeting with designers internationally and locally, meeting with the venues, production team. I mean, literally, this is about 9 different events all in one.
Miss UB and other models told us their favorite experience and why they decided to participate.
The emerging designers, because they're all fresh, they're all new, they're not really out there, but to be able to have this platform, this local and international platform to showcase and to invest in our young people and their giftings, is just amazing. And to be able to be a part of that and walk for an emerging designer, I walked for Ariel Roll, and her concept tied into the beach, and you know, that's something that we're kind of known for. And just that whole vision, and to bring that vision to life, it's awesome.
Well, I just always saw so many different people of all kind of different colors and just ethnicities, and I wanted to be a part of such a beautiful group of people.
I want this to take me somewhere, but me doing small gigs and stuff like that, I hope it take me even further. So not only this, but small gigs and all, yeah.
Well, the party doesn't end here. Hear more from our reporter, Ratalia Williams, as she covers the third night of Bahamas Fashion.
Hi, I'm Ratalia Williams, taking over the third day of Bahamas Fashion Week from Canton. I'm here to bring you coverage of the fashion, designers, and models. So tell me, how was it on the runway? What was the adrenaline like? The crowds cheering your name?
The first time it was really scary, but after the second day, it felt natural to me, and it was just like I owned the stage.
So how was it on stage for your first time? Were you nervous? Were you excited?
I was excited. Everybody gave me a lot of energy, and I love it, and I think that I killed it.
The idea of coming to Bahamas for the first time and showcasing our designs from Sierra Leone, I just said to myself, there's no way I'm going to miss that opportunity. I just had to come. So I had less than 1 week to put together the whole look, and my sister was like, damn, are you sure you're going to be able to put together the whole pieces on time? And I just said to him, well, it's Bahamas. They're very loud, they're very colorful. I have an idea of what it is that I want. And I'm happy, with the reception that we had tonight. We did 14 looks.
Fashion to me means stepping out of the box, not looking like everyone else.
I've always wanted to be a fashion designer. I've always been involved. I've always been interested in the creative industry. I love print. I love color. I love designing clothes for people. And
in business news, ZNS celebrated its 40th year of television with a Customer Appreciation Day. My co-host Berthany went to see the rich history.
The Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas is celebrating 40 years of television. Today is their Customer Appreciation and Open House. Let's check it out.
Ferguson, Jerome Sawyer, Shanique Miller. We're also going to get Kirk Smith. Any of you remember Kirk Smith? Yeah. Kirk Smith.
To celebrate the 40th anniversary, the Broadcasting Corporation opened its doors to everyone by giving members of the public tours of their facilities.
Everyone should know from anyone know any
We had the pleasure of speaking with the Assistant General Manager of Engineering at the Broadcasting Corporation, who shared insight on the many upgrades that the corporation went through.
I have been involved in the development from analog to digital today. During that shift, we had to operate two systems at the same time. We had to operate analog and digital at the same time to ensure that the system is operational. That switch was a really challenging one, and also it was a very rewarding to come from a blur picture to a crystal high def picture, and it was a great learning experience. We had a lot of technicians in here, a lot of expertise.
Acting General Manager of ZNS, Kayleeser DeVille Isaacs, shares some of the corporation's plans and future endeavors.
The 40th anniversary of television, we had to do something extra special. We brought back staff, past persons who were here from the very beginning, and we are trying to make the national broadcasting station just as powerful as any other entity around the world. So we're going to try to implore and use a lot more of the technology, the things that we can do to showcase everybody from around the Bahama Islands and make sure that everybody feels proud about ZNS moving forward.
That's it for us here at the Broadcasting Corporation's Customer Appreciation and Open House, celebrating 40 years of television, uniting the Bahamas. Reporting for UBTV, I'm Berthany McDermott. In other business news, now that we're a university, financial support is important to our school's growth.
And Alive has stepped up with a huge $2.2 million donation. Here's Italia Clark with that story.
Recently, the University of the Bahamas started a partnership with Alive with endowed scholarships,
ranging from science and technology to online education.
Another corporate citizen has stepped up to the challenge of taking responsibility for helping to educate our young people. In addition to accepting this challenge, Alive has also challenged the university to believe in BEST, and by signing a memorandum of understanding that has the potential of an estimated $2.2 million donation to the university's endowment.
These scholarships will benefit students in many ways, such as tuition, books, and research.
We hope through both our support that UB students are driven to excel in their academic interests, and following completion of those degrees or programs, secure fulfilling careers and family-sustaining employment. Most critical of all, of course.
The multi-million-dollar partnership will also assist student athletes in sports education for the Mingos brand.
Persons in the room who know anything about athletics know that there is a tremendous amount of resources that are needed in order for an athletic program to be successful. And so I think this partnership with Alive is timely because you're coming on at the right time. And I say that because the University of the Bahamas Mingos athletics program is moving in an upward trend.
An endowment fund is essentially important for the success of any university. This partnership will take UB to the next level.
It means that the university is guaranteed to move forward into the future. Every university, every college or university that is strong has a strong endowment fund. And this investment in the university shows that Alive is a responsible corporate citizen who believes in the investment worthiness of the University of the Bahamas.
They are a visionary in the way that they've created a space for us to connect and co-brand. I'm looking forward to what it will mean for us, for the development of the university, and by extension, the development of the country. So I have very high hopes for this partnership.
It's very near to our hearts in Alive to give people the opportunity to get an education to the best of their ability, and we really subscribe to the same principles that the university does. So to be given that privilege and that opportunity, we're delighted.
Funding for universities and colleges are very important. Now, thanks to Alive, we are one step closer to our goal. I'm Natalia Clark, reporting for UBTV.
And in more business news, Bahamas launched its new media campaign to attract visitors to the resort.
And that's not all they're doing. They're also looking after their staff with healthy food choices. Chazelle Roll has both stories.
The Bahamas Resort had a screening of its new global marketing campaign titled Life Spectacular. The campaign highlights the hotel as a one-of-a-kind destination in the Bahamas.
The amount of media coverage we've had already is tremendous. We've had over 1.3 million views on our website. When we talk about the impressions, over 531 million impressions between our website and social media.
Bahamas is also making a huge investment to attract guests into and through its doors.
And then we'll be investing and spending over $25 million for this media launch.
The Bahamian press were the first to see the new TV ads, and now you. Here's a short clip.
And throw caution to the wind. I want a back rub, a soak tub, a nightclub. I want to savor it all. Feel.
So what was the inspiration behind the videos?
So we try to break it down in terms of all of the different kinds of experiences and emotions that each demographic wants out of their stay here at Bahamas, whether they're staying at Rosewood or SLS or Grand Hyatt. And we were just trying to bring them all together so that we show you, hey, you can pick and choose how you want to do it.
With the expansion of the hotel, restaurants, and businesses, there will also be opportunities for UB students.
We have our outreach program right now through our Human Resources Department that are meeting on a regular basis with the University of Bahamas in the counseling department for those that are graduating, as well as those that are still going to University of Bahamas that are current students.
Today, Bahamas kicked off their worldwide campaign, but in local news, they're caring for the well-being of their employees. I have more with that story. Bahamas pays careful attention to details when serving their guests. but they also care about the healthy well-being of their employees.
Why did HR come up with Wellness Wednesdays?
So Wellness Wednesdays here at Cafe Blue is just one part in our overall wellness program here at Bahamas. So what we want to do is ensure that the associates are exposed to new flavors, healthy food options here on campus.
The food that is served on Healthy Wednesdays is on par with any of the great restaurants at the hotel, serving up mouth-watering delights for over 3,000 staff members.
Here we have a nice salmon fillet. Accompanying that would be a nice stir-fried tofu, roasted asparagus, cherry tomatoes, and a little jalapeno tomato salsa. Green salad. We have a green salad with quinoa and a tuna salad with no mayo. We have a nice corn chowder, goes nice with the salad. We also have a nice berry smoothie.
Here at Cafe Blue at Bahamas, all the chefs work hard to make sure all their associates have a healthy lifestyle. Pretty good, Chef.
Bon appetit.
I'm Chazelle Roll reporting for UBTV.
Wellness Wednesdays, what a great idea. But food intake is just half the answer.
You have to get out to work out. So here's downtown Natasha Brown with another exercise.
Hi, I am downtown Natasha Brown and welcome to UB Fit. My PED 104 team today will demonstrate 4 sandbag exercises. Antoinez will demonstrate crawls with pull-throughs. Donson will demonstrate rotational lunge. Trevino will demonstrate bear hug squat. And Mel will demonstrate weighted sit-ups. Exercise number 1, weighted sit-up. Mel will grip the sandbag on the outside edges as he lays back onto the floor with straight legs. As he begins sitting up, extending his hands into the air before lying back down. Beautifully done. And now for our second exercise, Trevino will now demonstrate the bear hug squat. Trevino will hug the sandbag in a vertical position against his body. He's making sure his posture and back is straight as he sits back and down into the squat position. He's keeping his core nice and tight and making sure that his spine is neutral during this entire movement to make sure that no injury happens. And now Donson will demonstrate rotational lunge. As Donson is standing tall, gripping the sandbag in the front of his body, he now will step back into a reverse lunge, rotating the sandbag to the outside front of the other foot. He is keeping his body nice and tall so that he doesn't lean forward to compromise his technique. It's very important not to let the sandbag pull you out of balance because injury will happen quickly. And now for our final sandbag exercise. Antoinez will now demonstrate crawls with pull-throughs. Make sure your hands are under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Reach one hand back through your legs, and as you pull the sandbag, extend your hips to help your power pull through to extend your arms out in front of you. Until next time, I am downtown Natasha Brown. See you next month with another dynamic routine. You be fit!
In arts and entertainment, the performing troupe of Beijing visited our campus.
I was lucky enough to see the show, and it was full of color, amazing sounds, and full of culture. Here's a sample of the program. Here at the Performing Arts Center at the University of the Bahamas, the Confucius Institute is hosting a concert for the performing troupe of Beijing Language Cultural University. Here is what they had in store for their audience. Haldine Chase, Assistant Coordinator of the Confucius Institute, gives insight on what it took to put this event together.
It took a lot of cooperation. It took a lot of willingness from all sides. We were very, very happy that the Beijing Language and Culture University has agreed to our request. It's one that we've been making for quite a number of years. And we were finally able to get an excellent group to come and visit us here at UB.
Zhao Ming and Fei Fei Song share what it's like to perform on such a scale around the world.
很兴奋，能够跟全世界各个地方的人，进行一个文化艺术方面的一个交流。这个对我们，一个学习音乐的人来说是非常重要，也是非常珍惜的一件事情。
我们到不同的地方去表演中国的音乐、中国的文化，其实是想让更多不同国家和地区的人能够了解中国的音乐和中国的文化。所以我想，一个是给他们带来大家没有见过的东西，然后另一方面的是做一个交流，希望能有共鸣。
We had the pleasure of speaking with the Chinese ambassador to the Bahamas, who gives the significance of this cultural exchange.
I think the preference is very important because the cultural exchange is important for bilateral relations between China and the Bahamas.
Okay, what do you think is the significance of this cultural exchange?
It's very important. Because the bilateral relations, beside the political trust and cooperation of the economical trend, the people-to-people exchange and the culture exchange is very important.
What an evening for the arts it has been here at the University of the Bahamas. Reporting for UBTV, I'm Berthany McDermott.
And that's a wrap for this edition of UBTV News Magazine. I'm your host, Anisha Jones.
And if you have any questions, comments, or story ideas, be sure to email us at ubtvradio@ub.edu.bs. I'm Berthany McDermott, and thank you for watching.
Bye. Bye.